Everyone, so it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm one of the first people out of bed, and I thought I'd go for a little walk. And as you can tell, yesterday I had my clogs on as well, so I should probably take these off because they're rather noisy. That's one of the disadvantages. Going to the toilet was in the middle of there, so you had to walk down a stone path, and I didn't really want to wake everyone up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's one of the disadvantages of clogs as well, actually. Morning everyone, it's about 6:30 in the morning here at Bamburgh Castle. I'm one of the first people up and awake this morning, and it's really nice. It's not too cold, it's feeling okay. I am dressed pretty warmly though. One of the things you learn in scouts and with camping in general is to always make sure you've got plenty of warm clothes and things. But yeah, I just thought I'd go for a little bit of a trek down the road from the castle, because it is such a nice spot, and I've got such great access to it now. So yeah, I slept okay. It wasn't bad, and today is the first day of the event today, Saturday. So it's pretty excited to see what's gonna go down today. Hopefully have a good event, a festive, and I'm just gonna walk down the road and see if there's any paths leading off into the dunes. That down there is the little village of Bamburgh, just down the road there. I think I'm gonna head down there. Can't be too late though, because gotta get there in time for breakfast before all the sausages are gone, because us Viking reenactors are notorious for our eating habits as well. And yeah, I just walked around the castle. This is a little bit more of the front. And obviously these bits look quite a bit older. You can tell with the sort of the buttresses that have been added. These aren't authentic defensive areas of the 14th century, and all of this isn't Anglo-Saxon obviously. That probably would have been mostly wood, maybe a bit of turf lumped in places. But it was a really good location for building such a defensive structure, of course. And now I think they rent out apartments at about the same price as a cupboard in London. So if you ever fancy staying here, well, you can, if you've got a piggy bank to smash. But yeah, I'm gonna head down there. A wise man once told me, with these old Saxon sites, it's very important that you take them from the right angles. Through a gap in the undergrowth, Bamburgh appears. So I actually turned on the camera just before, because once when I was walking I managed to spook a few grouse who were nesting, and they shot off into the distance. Didn't get my camera on in time, and then just now, about 30 seconds ago, not even that, 3 deer started jumping away, so I rushed for the camera, turned it on, and just as it had turned on, the last one had jumped through the crack in the 2 dunes and disappeared off that way. So I could run after them and find them, but I guess I'll just stick to sausages and eggs this morning. So yeah, this is Bamburgh. I won't be too loud because it is about 6:45 in the morning. I don't think it's a great impression if I start whacking on about history, so they all wake up. It's a nice little place, and it's you see the landscape. The coast is just over there. Just go over those dunes and you can see it. But as you can hear, it's still early morning, so lots of birds singing, and lots of bumblebees out earlier amongst the heather. But the dunes are quite an interesting landscape to walk through, because of it's essentially just lots of little valleys with all the dunes separating them. So as I say, it's really easy to just find some deer or some grouse just nesting, pheasant just now, just because they can't see you coming. You just walk over a hill and you're in a different valley essentially. So I'm gonna try and find one of the signs here, because they looked quite interesting. I'm filming this guy's house with this sort of style with the dark roof and the white in between, and the green wood. Reminds me quite a lot of the Dutch fishing village of Volendam, which is next to my mum's village of Edam. And yeah, if you couldn't guess, actually, lads, I'm on clogs, because that's what I do actually. Whenever I go camping, I take me clogs. There's a car on the road. because they're great wear for going camping actually, because they don't get cold like other shoes, they don't get wet because they're made of wood, and they're instantly warm when you put your feet in. So it's a win-win situation. The only downside is when you're walking through a small English village at about 6:45 in the morning is this. They're quite loud. Oh well, I'll just walk up the grass then. What I wanted to show you, this sign, Bamburgh, ancient capital of Northumbria, with a fitting Northumbrian flag above it, the colours of St. Oswald, who was the guy who essentially christened the region, who Christianised it, when he regained the throne from a pretender who'd taken it from him. I think probably a Mercian, they're always after our throne here up in the north. Yeah, and he retook it, and he was the one where St. Aidan came, and obviously Bamburgh was an important site for Oswald, and Lindisfarne then became the important site for St. Aidan and for Christianity in the north. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this sign, and it's 7 o'clock now, and I've got to boot a mile can back that way, so I think I'd best make a start because breakfast just began, and I do fancy eating this morning. So I'll probably see you again tonight after my event, so I might even see some of you there, who knows. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. This has been History with Hilbert at Bamburgh Castle.